Yoga Vasishta Sara. Chapter 9. Exposition of the Self. When this assemblage of body, senses, and so on acts of its own accord, there arises an idea, I am this. This is the jiva, ego, stained by the dirt of ignorance. When the conviction that everything is the space-like, all-pervasive consciousness becomes firm, the jiva, individual soul, comes to an end like a lamp without oil. Like a misguided Brahmin, one who has a pure and noble mind, who abandons his own nobility and adopts the life of an inferior person, the Lord assumes the role of the jiva, an individual soul. Just as a child sees an apparition created by its own fancy, so also the stupid jiva, individual soul, creates on account of delusion this unreal body and sees it as separate from him. A child superimposes a real elephant on a clay elephant and plays with it. Even so, an ignorant man superimposes the body and so on the self and carries on his activities. The picture of a snake does not cause fear of a snake when it is realized to be only a picture. Similarly, when the jiva snake is clearly understood, there is neither misery nor the cause of misery. The snake superimposed on a garland merges in it. So also, the sense of separateness rising from the self merges in the self. Although bracelets and so on appear to be many, as gold they are one. Similarly, although the adjuncts are many, the self is really one. Like the organs of the body and modifications of clay, that is, vessels of clay, non-duality appears as duality, that is, multiplicity, in the form of the moving and unmoving objects. Just as a single face is reflected as many in a crystal or in water or in ghee or in a mirror, so also the one self is reflected in the many intellects or minds. Just as the sky is, that is, appears to be, stained by dust, smoke, and clouds, so also the pure self, in contact with the qualities of Maya, illusion, is, that is, appears to be soiled by them. Just as metal in contact with fire acquires the quality of fire, namely heat, so also the senses and so on, in contact with the self, acquire the quality of the self. Just as the invisible Rahu, the north lunar node, becomes visible when it is seized by the moon, that is, comes in contact with the moon, even so the self is known by experiencing objects of perception. When water and fire come together, they acquire the qualities of each other. Even so, when the self and the inert body come together, the self looks like the non-self and the non-self looks like the self. Just as fire thrown into a large sheet of water loses its quality, so also consciousness, in contact with the unreal and the inert, seems to lose its real nature and becomes inert. The self is realized in the body only with effort, like sugar from the sugar cane, oil from sesame seeds, fire from wood, butter from a cow, and iron from stones, that is, ore. Like the sky seen in an unbroken crystal, the Supreme Lord of the nature of consciousness is seen, that is, exists in all objects. Just as a big lamp kept inside a vessel made of precious stones illumines by its light both outside and inside, so also the One Self illumines everything. Just as the sun's reflection in a mirror illumines other things, so also the reflection of the self in pure intellects illumines other things. That in which this wonderful universe appears like a snake in a rope is the eternal, luminous Self. The Self is without beginning or end. It is immutable existence and consciousness. It manifests space. It is the source of the Jiva and higher than the highest. The Self is pure consciousness, eternal, omnipresent, immutable, and self-effulgent, like the light of the sun. The omnipresent Self, the substratum of all, is non-different from the effulgent consciousness, like heat from fire. It can only be experienced, not known. Pure consciousness without intellect, the Supreme Self, the illuminator of all, the indivisible, pervading everything within and without, is the firm support of all. The Self is absolute consciousness. It is pure awareness, undecaying, free from all ideas of acceptance or rejection, and not limited by space, time, or genus. Just as the air in the universe pervades everything, so also the Self, the Supreme Being, abides bodiless in everything. The consciousness which exists in the expanse of earth, in the ornaments, in the sky and in the sun, exists also inside the worms lying in their shells under the earth. There is neither bondage nor liberation, neither duality nor non-duality. There is only Brahman, the Supreme Self, always shining as consciousness. Awareness is Brahman. The world is Brahman. The various elements are Brahman. I am Brahman. My enemy is Brahman. My friends and relatives are Brahman, the Supreme Self. The idea of a consciousness and an object of consciousness is bondage. Freedom from it is liberation. Consciousness, the object of consciousness, and everything else is the Self. This is the gist of all systems of philosophy. There is only consciousness here. This universe is nothing but consciousness. You are consciousness. I am consciousness. The worlds are consciousness. That is the conclusion. That which exists and that which shines, that is known to exist, are all the self. Anything else which seems to shine does not really exist. Consciousness alone shines by itself. Ideas of knower and known are idle postulates.